Hello, everybody. It's the TV Optimist, and today I'm talking about American Horror Story, Murder House. This was requested by Danielle Marino, a good friend of mine. She was like, "I want you to watch American Horror Story." Now, here's the weird rule about my reviews when it comes to Nick's reviews or now Optimist Pessimist. If you request something like I request American Horror Story, that's what I'm gonna fucking review. But I'm not gonna review Asylum and Roanoke and Coven and all the other freak show. I'm not gonna review all the other seasons because to me those are completely different shows, and they're completely different stories apart from the first season, which is it makes for a great, interesting, entertaining show to have every season be different. Like that's fucking genius. Ryan Murphy is a fucking genius. He made Glee and then jumped from Glee to this to make American Horror Story. Oh, I'm gonna make a show that's horrific that plays in the tropes of horror and do stuff like that. Like, that's really fucking cool. Um, Nothing but respect for him for that. Remember my mom really got into the show. It's one of the many shows that she watched. Like I'm gonna check it out. It wasn't originally called Murder House. It was called American Horror Story. And then afterwards they were like they repackaged it as Murder House. Um, so let's talk about this shit. There's Vivian Harmon. There's Dr. Ben Harmon. There's Violet Harmon. The Harmon family. They are going to go to a new house. They're moving into a new house to try to find some semblance of a fresh start. After Dr. Ben Harmon, one of our main characters, he's caught cheating on his wife, his pregnant wife. His pregnant wife comes home early from work. She's looking for him. She goes in the room. She runs out of the room like with a look of shock on her face, and he comes out sweating and, babe, please no. And it's like, oh shit, he was cheating. What's worse is Dr. Ben Harmon is he's a teacher, he's a professor. What makes this even like worse than that is not just cheating on his pregnant wife, which holy shit, but with a student. Oh my god! So right off the bat, we have a very unlikable character in Dr. Ben Harmon. Um, and then to make matters worse, Vivian has a miscarriage. Shit, did I say Vivian? That's the main character, right? Because Violet's the daughter, right? Um, so that shit happens, and then they move into this new house. There's a lot of weird neighbors, played by the amazing Jessica Lange. I guess just did I say that right? Jessica Lange. Is Constance Langdon. She's fucking insane. She has a daughter named Adelaide Langdon. She's special needs, and she gets treated like shit by her mom. And then there's Tate Langdon, who's the son, and he's possibly a murderer. It's ended up revealed that he's a murderer. Larry Harvey. I don't remember Larry Harvey. Anyway, the show, the house is haunted by ghosts, and that's the big kicker of this first season. This first season is all about the supernatural. Um, it's very weird, very weirdly, oddly set up. It took me a while to really get into it. Because when you start off the show with an affair and a miscarriage, it's like this show's gonna be a fucking downer. I don't like this, and I don't like how we're supposed to care about Ben as a character. Like I don't give a fuck about this dude. He fucking cheated on his wife, and they have a maid. What the fuck's the maid's name? There's a maid. Is it Moira? Yeah, there's Moira O'Hara, played by Frances Conroy, and Alexandra Breckenridge. She shows up and like she's like scantily clad, very sexy, very sexual. And Dr. Ben is like oh shit, Boner Town, USA, and like he at one point he walks into like a room and she's like fingering herself, and it's like, how the fuck is this on like public TV? Holy shit, this should be on like fucking HBO. I mean, it's not like you don't see anything it's just very suggestive. It's like, holy shit. He's just like, oh, he walks out, and like she tries to sleep with him, and then like I think he fights her off. So we're supposed to like care about that, but but it's revealed that Moira isn't really young. Everyone else sees her as this old lady, and so it's weird that he's like fucking like fucking popping a boner for her. And they're like, what the fuck? You want to fuck her over mom? Just a weird show. I believe the finale was the best episode. At one point, Violet is killed. Violet Harmon. I forgot how she dies, but they're like, "Come on, we gotta get out of here." And that's a really good episode where they pack her up in the car. We have to get the fuck out. They leave, and then it like shows the house as they're driving away, and it zooms into the top floor. And Violet's like, "Mom, Dad, wait! Like you forgot me." It's like she's a fucking ghost. She's dead in the back seat. Um, and they end up going back. The show ends with all of them becoming ghosts of the show. That's the fate. Or of becoming ghosts of the house. That's their fate, and it's actually a happy ending for them because they're together and they love each other again. Oddly, like very odd, happy ending for them all to die but still come together as a family. Um, and she gets pregnant again. Vivian does. Am I saying these names right? Yeah. Vivian gets pregnant again. There's like a guy in a gimp suit. There's so many weird things this show presents. And I did catch a little bit of season 2, season 3. After that, I just know the titles, tiny microscopic bits of those shows. Definitely a freak show. But Asylum, I saw a lot of with my mom, and thought this season looks fucking epic. Like I love how they're changing up the formula. It's not just let's carry on. What's going on with the Harmon family? Who gives a fuck about the Harmon family? They had their story, and like they use the same actors but playing different roles. That's fucking genius. That is so cool. And then Coven, I saw a little bit of that. It's got witchcraft and stuff, so I can't wait to finally watch those seasons because I was talking to somebody else after the fact. Like, I can't wait till you watch the other seasons. I'm like, well, that's gonna be a while because no one's requested them, and I'm not gonna go, you know, out of the way to watch them myself unless my wife, if she wants to watch them. I've brought up that idea before, and she's like, maybe. So if we watch them, cool. But I'm not gonna go out of my way for myself because at that time I was not in a relationship, and I was just going by request and what I had on DVD. So this person that I was talking to, I think it might be Nyx again. A while Nyx appears. I think she was like, "No, motherfucker, you're gonna watch these other seasons. I request every other season of American Horror Story, and you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to say the specifics. Every other season, I'm okay. I'll do that." And at that time, I think Freak Show was the newest one that hit, so those are the only ones on my list. And then someone requested Roanoke. Um, so we'll see. Or it was, I think Hotel comes before Roanoke, whatever. But yeah, I can't wait to see where they go in that. I've heard mixed reviews on all of them. Um, I don't really care about other people's opinions and reviews. Some people I agree with, some people I don't. But that's what I encourage people to do when with anything. Like formulate your own opinion. Oh, this doesn't look interesting. I don't want to watch it. And someone recommends it to you. You don't have to listen to them. But if you do watch something, you don't have to see the review first and be like, "Oh, they don't like it, so I'm probably not gonna like it." That's not how it works. Everyone has different tastes and different interests and shit. Like I've seen stuff that I thought I was gonna fucking hate and end up loving. Don't judge a book by its cover. So yeah. But that's American Horror Story Murder House. They actually like follow up with Murder House too. Like they have like a little piece like Murder House is returning in another season, like as a small plot point or whatever. So that's gonna be kind of interesting to revisit this place. A lot of history with it. Like that first season, like this is the feeling out period. The first season's always the like, is this gonna be good? Um, but yeah, so that's American Horror Story Murder House. Thank you all for watching. Once again, thanks go to Danielle Marino for requesting this show. And you guys take it easy.